Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making these very easy twisted headbands. We're going to start off with some waist yarn. The reason why I said it's so easy is because you will be going in the round e-stitching only. All you need to know is how to work in the round and how to e-stitch and how to change colors. But all of those are pretty simple steps. In the beginning, you really only need about 3 rows of waist yarn. I think I'm going to put about 4 or 5 on here, but ignore that. All you really need is about 3 because it's going to be more difficult to unravel the beginning waist yarn.
Far, but we going farther. Let us sound, so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe less. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sun down. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sun down. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sun down. Tell them we made it, you know. Tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from ya. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sun down. Tell them we made it, you know. I work hard, but I'm praying harder. We went far, but we going farther. Let us sound, so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe less. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sun down. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sun down. Tell them we made it, you know.
So now we are ready to start with our actual project yarn. We're going to create a whole new slip knot and put it on our starter peg. This will also be the way that you would change colors. So if you decide to do multiple colors during this project, this will be the way you change colors.
Take away from ya. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing.
Gonna try and not bore you with a too long video because this is just gonna be repetitive. So I'm going to just show you how the changing colors kind of look, and then we're gonna skip a little throughout the video to where I get to the longest point. I'm gonna do like 120 rows for an adult. I do like 100 for a child, and then I do about 80 or 90 for a baby. Now with the baby one, I have a 24 peg loom for that, but you can also do it on here by doing a flat panel, but that's up to you. I'm very picky about how wide it's going to be on a baby, so I would not do a baby twisted headband on this loom unless I was doing it in flat panel. They want to also get you some stitch markers to keep up with the rows, but I also use just wasted yarn, little strips of yarn to separate. I count by fives because it's easier for me. I just put a strip of yarn, maybe about 1 or 2 inches between each row, just to keep up with my count.
Take away from you what's inside, see it shine on you. You shine like diamond, you keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. But I'm praying harder. We went far, but we going farther. Let us sound, so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe this. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from you what's inside, see it shine on you. You shine like diamond, you keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year.
I'm just showing you progress of where I'm at, and we're just gonna keep working. So now we've made it to the end, and I am ready to add another row of waste yarn so that I can take this off. Now with this next section of waste yarn, you want to be really careful. You want to go ahead and add 5 rows instead of 3 this time, because it's easier to unravel. So when you go back to crochet the ends closed, it will be easier for it to unravel on this end than it would the beginning waist yarn.
Let's celebrate like the new year. It's like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last to the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from ya. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year. It's like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last to the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Yeah, I work hard, but I'm praying harder. We went far, but we going farther. Love the sound, so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe less. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last to the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last to the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know.
Now here I would suggest that you get a 3mm hook because of the small stitches. When you work on the other end of the yarn where it comes off easier, the stitches pull tighter, so they become smaller to push the hook through. So that's why I suggest a smaller hook than a 5. But I know most my loom came with a 5, so but I since then bought crochet hooks, and I usually use this 3 to work through my loops. And so you're just gonna want to do this just steadily changing opposite sides. So do one left and then one right, one left and then one right, so they would come out evenly. You also may want to count your stitches just to make sure that you have the correct amount of stitches on the bottom side of your project and the top side of your project. So this one was like 32, so I would try to make sure I have like 16 stitches on one side and 16 on the other one, just to make sure it doesn't curve once I'm finished. I also find that by the end of crocheting that I can't find like the last 1 or 2 stitches, so you may want to put a stitch marker or like a safety pin somewhere on there, because they can get tight and get lost by the time you make it down there. So your last 2 stitches you may want to put a stitch marker on. I'm just gonna go ahead and start speeding this up because we're getting a little repetitive here. We're just doing the same thing.
Let's celebrate like the new year. It's like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Oh, put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Oh, tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from you. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, you're gonna want to leave your strings before you close this up. You're gonna want to leave your strings on the outside of your project. It just makes it a lot easier to work with once you finish. And this was what I was explaining, that this end is going to be easier for you to unravel, and the other one is going to be a little bit more difficult. That's why I'm speeding through this one, because it's pretty simple, straightforward. Pull it and it'll unravel. I noticed here that I missed, when I was telling you guys those stitches that I missed, I did miss maybe a couple of stitches on that end where I just came from. So I'm gonna have to be careful when I go back so that I can grab those and take care of them. See those two right there? I'm gonna have to go back and pick these up. Definitely don't want to lose them, because then I'll lose the whole project. This actually happens to me often, so just take your time, be careful, especially when you first start doing this.
Let's celebrate like the new year. It's like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from you. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate.
Now for the other end, I'm gonna speed through this one because I just got through showing you guys basically how to do this. And I just want to show you how to unravel it by the time you get to the end of it, because it's going to be just a little bit more difficult. The more you do it, it becomes easier.
We went far, but we going farther. Let us sound, so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe less. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you lose control.
So to find my stitch, I'm just showing you that it's not gonna unravel. I usually take like the end and tug on it just a little bit to see where it's pulling from, and then I just continue to unravel that way. And after you get through that first stitch, it's more easier to find the rest of them. Down here, you're gonna want to be more strategic about how you crochet everything in, because once you unravel, that's pretty much it. So, and you're unraveling at the bottom, so you want to make sure that you took care of all your stitches before you take the waste yarn out of each stitch.
Tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from you. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. farther. Let the sound so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe this. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know.
Okay, here's the fun part. We're just gonna sandwich the ends of the project into each other, and then you're gonna just sew it closed, and it's easy peasy. That's why this is a really good beginner project, because it looks complicated, but it's not really a complicated of a project, and it does take some time, but it's a pretty nice chic project to do for a beginner. And yeah, it's on demand.
Tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from ya. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Yeah, I work hard, but I'm playing harder. We went far, but we going farther. Let the sound so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe this. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from ya. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Yeah, I work hard, but I'm playing harder. We went far, but we going farther. Let the sound so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe this. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last till the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you losing control. Put up your glass for a toast celebrate like the new